Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and I'm coming back to Hoplomachus Victorum, the great solo game from Chip Theory, specifically because they sent me a review copy of the Pandora's Ruin expansion from the second crowdfunding campaign. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So Pandora's Ruins gives you a lot of modules you can mix and match, and I'm using almost all of them. Let me talk through them quickly. So first of all, you've got 4 new scions. I'm using Set because he has like all these different forms that he can flit between, which sounds pretty fun. Although in this video, I'm just going to get as far as I can. I doubt that I'll actually get all the way to the final battle. There's also the Dark Days module, which adds new cards to each of the deck based on your scion. So a common complaint of the original release was that the scions didn't matter very much except for their one special scion bane until the end of the game. But Dark Days puts 3 cards into each deck. Now, these are big decks, so you still might not see very many of those 3 cards. I'm not sure if it makes that much of a difference, but it is there. And then I'm also using Strange Sands. This is probably the biggest one that I'm most excited for, because what it does is it gives a second version of each of the 8 arenas in the game. It used to be that you'd kind of get used to certain arenas as you play them again and again, but now you're going to have 2 different types that you're going to switch between. There's also a Rivals module where you can make the Primus fights, where you fight kind of mini-bosses in each act, more different. But I wasn't quite clear on how that would interact with Mercury's Boots, which is the sped up, kind of half as long campaign mode you can play, and that's what I'm going to be showing today. So yeah, I wasn't quite sure how to integrate the Rivals. I'm sure I'll find out later. But for now, that's the only module I'm not using, but I am using Mercury's Boots, and this changes things the most. This makes the game take a maximum of 24 weeks, whereas in a regular campaign, it would take 48 weeks. So it basically makes the game half as long for an entire campaign, which I think is a good thing because while the game is great, it did take a while to finish up a full campaign. So if you have never watched Hoplomachus Victorum before, you might want to watch one of our previous videos because I'm going to explain things as we go, but a little bit less, and kind of having the previous knowledge will help you understand the changes from the expansion. But to talk through a few things, they have the full setup reprinted in this book, but they have changes in blue. So we're going to start with 3 opportunity cards, and they get used differently. I'll show that in a second. You use a new tracking pad that has now opportunity capacity, how many opportunity cards you can hold, and navigation, so you can actually potentially move more than 1 space on each turn, up to 4 if you level it up. And these are both new leveling options when you have bloodshed events. Oh, by the way, I'm playing the Parthian, who is one of the ranged heroes from the original game. Okay, and then I'm playing on the easiest difficulty because I have not played Hoplomachus Victorum in quite a long time, so I'm not sure if I'll be any good at it. So I'm going to start with 10 blessings, which in the old game were just kind of like get out of jail free cards that would refresh your group of units or refresh your health. They can still be used for that, but they're also going to be used. Oh, I get all my tactics, which was the case at most difficulty levels in the original game. But I'm also going to use the blessings for hero elevation. So basically, I've got these 10 blessings, and I can spend as many of them as I want to level up a bunch, because the game is truncated so much you need to level up faster. So I can gain hero stat upgrades, health, attack, leadership, navigation, opportunity. I can gain a prowess card for my prowess deck. I can recruit one of the faction units for free. And then however many I keep are going to be my actual blessings. So I was trying to figure out what would be a good amount here. I mean, it's great to like level up right away, but you need to have some blessings to survive generally. So I think I'm going to level up 7 and keep 3 blessings. So let's show my blessings here. How am I going to do the 7 level ups? All right, so I wanted to do 1, 2, 3, get myself to 2 green dice. Yeah, it'd be nice to add another die later, but for now I think 2 green. Well, yeah, I guess it's okay. 2 green is all right. So that's 3 of my 7. Then there are 2 prowesses I wanted to start with. So Quick Draw says the Parthian has First Strike and Long Shot 3. First Strike means when I'm deployed, when I first come out onto the board, I can attack. Usually you kind of have Summoning Sickness and can't. And Long Shot means I can shoot at range 3. Usually my range is 2 instead of doing a regular attack. But I only use my weakest attack die, which is why I wanted to get both my attack dice to a solid green value there. And then Teacher of the String is pretty crazy if I can get other archers. So that's going to be something I'm going to do with one of my blessings in a second as well. It says the Parthian has ability, ranged, impel. Abilities are things you can use for free every turn. One ally that is not adjacent to opponent may immediately make an attack and does not count as their attack for the turn. So they can attack double. Friggin' great. Just means I need to have some other archers and not just myself in my crew. All right, so that's 3 for dice, 2 for cards. These with 2 more level ups. I did want to get another navigation so I can move 2 to like get to the exact encounters I want to be on. And then finally, I wanted to recruit a solid archer. And this is the one that I thought looked the best, the Peltast. This is an Amazon. So she's got 2 movement, 2 range, 3 life, not bad for an archer. Does a green and a yellow attack, first strike just like me, and has the heave ability, which is pretty much the same as my long shot is going to work out. She can attack up to range 3 away with her strongest die, a green. All right, so that is it for my leveling up. But there's some differences in the bag setup because the boss kind of levels up more quickly too. So first of all, the unique Scion Bane chip goes straight in the bag. Usually that would only happen the first time you got enough Scion influence. And for sets, it's Cheat Death. This one sucks. The first time a rival unit is defeated this combat, place the defeated unit back at the end of the rival lineup. So I got to kill him twice. No thank you. I'm going to try to get rid of that as quickly as I can. And then additionally, this is a very big change. The front unit of every single faction goes right into the bag. So we're going to have kind of interesting unit fights right off the bat. Not going to be just like archers and attackers and everybody. I mean, the good thing is now Set's chip is buried in there, so hopefully we won't draw it too often. All right, now with that, let's review some of the core rule changes, and then I'm just going to jump in and play. So the big one is, as I mentioned, that you go for 24 weeks. And there is no Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, and then Act 4. In the regular game, if you haven't watched it before, you have to get to certain capitals of regions to fight in Primus battles and like beat a mini-boss. And you got to do that in each of the acts, which are up to 12 weeks long. So by the end of 12 weeks, you have to get to the next mini-boss or you won't be able to win the game. And then at the end of the 4th act, you got to get into the Vesuvian's place and fight the Scion, the final boss. So in this one, instead, you've got 24 weeks, and you can fight mini-bosses whenever you want. Whenever you go to one of the capitals, you can fight that Primus, and they're all available in the regular game. Some of them are specifically selected to be in the game. And each time you fight them, you get some really big rewards. You get to level up a lot, but it also makes other battles harder for the rest of the game. They have a chart for this. So after beating the first Primus, they're going to make Tribunes stronger. After beating the second Primus, they're going to get +2 hit points for some people. So it just gets tougher and tougher and tougher. But these modifiers do not affect the final battle against the Scion. And also, for every Primus you didn't defeat in the course of the game, the Scion gets some free Bane boost when you go to fight them. So you are encouraged to kind of get through as many of the 7 other Primuses as you can. And then by the end of 24 weeks, you have to, like in the old game, get to Vesuvius and fight the Scion, but it's much more freeform. So you could, like, fight a Primus on your second turn if you wanted to, if you can get there fast enough. Another change, as I already mentioned, is that you now have a navigation stat, so you can move up to this many spaces instead of always moving one. Another big change is opportunity cards. These have changed in several ways. So in the main game, you would draw these by moving to event spaces. That's still the case. You can still get opportunity cards that way. And then they would be like a little mini quest you could add on to a fight, and if you succeeded, you would get to gain the benefit shown here. That part is gone. You never pay attention to the quest parts of the cards in the Mercury's Boot mode. Instead, all that matters is how many cards you have and what their reward is, because anytime you make a roll, any roll for anybody, a roll for one of your units, a roll for an enemy unit, a roll for some like special effect in the arena, you can discard one of the opportunity cards to re-roll the entire roll. So they are just kind of mitigation oh crap buttons. But their rewards do still matter. Like, let's say I really want to recruit Rouhani of Tamilakam because she is pretty awesome. Whenever you beat a Primus, you get to heal to full hit points, and then you get 3 other upgrades, and each of them is a binary choice. So you can get a stat upgrade or gain a prowess card. You can get another stat upgrade or get an opportunity reward. You can recruit a rival from the fight or get an opportunity reward. And these opportunity reward ones mean you discard an opportunity card in your supply and gain its bonus. So you can get those special bonuses through Primus fights, but not through the regular side quests you would use in the main game. And the only other major rule change until we get to a Primus fight and a Scion fight is that now in sport events, when you win these, you used to either get a unit from the people you fought or get tactics up to your tactic limit. But now they made sports better. You get both of those things, a unit and refill your tactics, whereas bloodshed is still the same as always, where you get to permanently level up, which I think is a good change because I tended to avoid sports and now they just seem a little bit more valuable. And the other big change is that in sporting events, you have what's called a Tribune, which is this unit you're not supposed to kill. And if you would kill them, then your hero would go down to 1 life. So it was like really punishing to defeat them. But now instead of that happening, if you defeat the Tribune, you gain Scion influence equal to the current act. Oh, sorry, I said acts don't matter, but technically each act is 6 weeks. You just don't have to beat a boss by the end of it. But yeah, I like that change too. It seems like you can more readily defeat Tribunes, especially in Act 1 because, you know, 1 Scion influence, who really cares about that? All right, so that is enough preamble. Got to hear a lot there, sorry, but let's go ahead and get going. So I'm near the Amazons and Kunlun. I feel like I should go toward either of them. And I kind of want to go to a bloodshed event. because leveling up is leveling up, so it's never a bad thing. So let's see. 1, 2 would get me to bloodshed, and then potentially I could do all the way to there, and then to there, and then to the Primus fight, maybe? Yeah, I can definitely see why leveling up my navigation even more would make sense. Alternatively, I could go like 1, 2 to here, get some more opportunity cards, although I can't hold anymore right now, so that'd be dumb. And then maybe like there, and then, oh my gosh. Yeah, I think going to Kunlun first is going to make the most sense. All right, so I'll go ahead and go boom, boom, and land on a bloodshed event so I can show you the new Parthian arena that I have set up, and then we'll go into Kunlun and see how that goes. So like I said in this other module, each of the arenas now has a side A and side B, and how they say in the rules is you always start on side A when you enter that region, or here in the case, I started in the Parthian region, which means that I'm always going to be on the new side first, and then I'll flip it over to the B side, but they said that you only do the B side if you do another Parthian event before you leave the arena. So by these rules, you're going to do the A side, the new arena, a whole bunch, and you'll only switch to the B side if you stick in the same region and fight multiple battles in a row in the same region. I'm not going to do that because I think that's kind of dumb. What I'm going to do is just start on A still because I do want to see the new arenas first. But then I'm going to leave it on B even if I leave the region and come back to it because I think it's more fun to alternate. I don't really honestly understand why they did it the other way unless they just think people are really bored and have played too much of the original arenas and just want to do mostly A arenas. But I think 50-50 makes more sense. But anyway, either way, we're doing the new one. Now, like many Chip Theory games, there's rules here that I'm not 100% sure of, and I didn't want to take the time to like dig through their Discord to find them. So, if I'm slightly off on some of these, it's just my best guess. But we've got 2 chariots now. And when a unit is on a chariot, they become mounted, and their movement value changes to 4. Now, the first big question I have is, does their movement value change to 4 immediately? And I would say, probably, because it says, unit on the same hex as a chariot, automatically equip it and become mounted, unless they are the flag holder. And it says, units mounted on a chariot have movement 4 and move the chariot with them. So, I don't know. I'm guessing that, as you jump on the chariot, you can whip it immediately and start moving really fast. So even if you, had one move to begin with, you can get more. Maybe. Again, this is just guesses. And then it says, player units can dismount a chariot by moving off of it, but rival units will never dismount their chariot by choice. Now, there's another thing I'm not sure about. If you move off of it, does your movement value reset to what it was? I would say it does. So if you've already equaled or exceeded your movement, you can't move any more after getting off. Maybe. Again, not sure if that's right or not. But then there's a trampled rule. If you are moving on the chariot and you move into somebody else's space, although you can't move into the other chariot, then you get to displace them to any adjacent space of your choice. And then local units, that'll include me, the Parthian, and potentially some of their units, they can use a special attack called Bladed Spokes, where they attack every adjacent unit for 2 blue and 1 yellow. Pretty nasty. All right, so let's jump into things. So it's a bloodshed event, and it's Reckless Abandon. So it says, add a number of blue attack dice to your hero's attack equal to the number of undeployed units in your lineup at the time they attack. So if I bring my hero out early, I could have up to 5 units deployed here, which is my entire stable of people. Yeah, I could have up to 4 bonus blue dice. Seems like that would let me kill a lot of people. They're going to have 1 local unit and 4 units from the bag, which could be pretty nasty because remember, there are a lot of special units in the bag right now. But no tactics for anybody. The hero lunged forward into the thick of battle, heedless of the consequences. They saw only the opportunity for the kill. All right, so we get their first Parthian, and it's a Camel Knight. 1 movement, 1 range, 6 life, and a green 4. And dude's just a consummate defender. He's got intercept blow to take damage from adjacent allies, and taunt, so you have to attack him if you're next to him. All right, so he's going to be the first one they deploy. Then they get 4 more bag units. And maybe their stupid Set Bane. Nope, they didn't get it. All right, so we've got Nakom, another Taunter with Swap. We've got War Seer with Tactical and Quick Strike. We got an Archer, and we got a Murmillo. So 2 defenders, 1 Archer, 1 Fighter, 1 Tactician. All right. And no set shenanigans, but man, their first few units have just a ton of life. Okay. All right, so let's jump right into it. So the Camel Knight will deploy to their first spot. He doesn't have a first strike or anything that lets him move right away, so that's it. Oh, and sorry, just to go through kind of the turn sequence if you haven't seen the game before, although, again, this isn't the best video to watch if you haven't seen the game before. The rival's going to take a turn, then I'm going to take a turn alternating. First, you deploy a unit. If you still have any to deploy, then you can play a tactic. They don't have any. I have 3 that I started with. Those are single-use chips, but you can get them back when you do certain events. Then each of your units moves up to the movement, although, again, your units are dazed when they come out, kind of like Summoning Sickness. They can't do anything. Then you can use those free A abilities, like my ranged Impel one if you have any. any. And then you can engage, which means you can do a special attack, one of those S abilities like my long shot, or you can do a regular attack with each of your units. But again, if they just came out, if they're dazed, they can't do that. All right, so who do I want to deploy first? I think my leader, is actually going to work out beautifully because if I'm reading it right, if I go right there, let's say that they do gain 4 movement the second they jump onto the chariot. They can't go into the same chariot space. Oh, by the way, in this arena mode, these are normal hexes. In the other version of this arena, there's like one chariot going around killing people, and only local units can go in here. But yeah, if he jumps on there and then has 3 more movement, he can get to there or there, but he can't get next to me, and then I can just blast him with my archeries. Now, sadly, even though I have first strike, he is not within range for me to use my long shot or my basic attack, so that's it for my turn. All right, now Nakom comes out, and then this guy is going to move. So let's look at their preferences. So he is not currently mounted. There is no flag. We're not doing capture the flag. So his first priority is to get onto an unmounted chariot, which he can. And then again, we are playing it that he immediately gets up to 4 movement. Not sure if that's quite right. So what's his new priority? He wants to get to a mounted opponent. There aren't any. He wants to get to the hex adjacent to the most opponents, if it's a minimum of 2, to use the bladed spokes. Or he wants to get to my hero. Now, he can't actually reach him, so he'll go to his priority that he can get the closest to. So he can go to here or here. It doesn't really matter, because that way I'm going to put my first strike person on the other one. Now, let's have him go here, away from there, dude. Because I want to take like all the chariots for myself as quickly as I can. All right, and they can't attack or anything. Cool. So yeah, and then this one is pretty obvious. I'm about to go crazy on this guy. I'm going to deploy my Peltast. And then I could use a tactic, just to show which tactics I start with. There are 4 basic ones. These are all you're going to see until you potentially unlock some other ones. So Bolster Health lets you give a unit +2 hit points. Stun lets you fatigue a unit, which means it can't do anything on its next turn, and actually it's innates are ignored, so like special defense abilities. And then Hamstring sticks around until the end of a battle, and it means a unit cannot attack and move in the same activation, which tends to make them really easy to kite and mess with. All right, so I deploy, but I'm not going to use any tactics. I am going to move. Let's go ahead and jump on the chariot, and then, I don't know, like go back here, so I'm farther away. Although this guy could do like his little nasty thing if he survives. So actually, let's go over here so that there's not 2 of us to use the blade spokes on. Because this guy only has a single green die, so I'm not too scared of his attacks. My other guy can't move because they just got summoned, but they can do a first strike and attack this turn. But first we get to do abilities, and here we go, Teacher of the String. So I'm going to have the Peltast get a free green-yellow attack. Then they're going to get to do their regular green-yellow attack, and I'm going to get to do my green-green attack. You know, is that going to be enough to kill the guy straight up? Maybe not, but he certainly shouldn't be too happy. So here's my free attack by the Peltast. I always wish these swords were a little bit easier to see, so that's 1 damage. And then let's just go again for the Peltast. Regular attack, that's 2 more, so that's 3 damage total. And then I could use the bladed spokes for my guy being on the chariot to do 2 blue and a yellow, which has a tiny chance of doing the last 3 damage, but I'd rather do 2 greens, which are more likely to hit. Nice. So that was 5. So this dude is going to get to strike back and hurt us, but then he's not long for this world. All right, they're now going to deploy their War Seer on the lowest number available. So she moves 3 very fast, 1 range, 2 life. She rolls a red die, which always hits, so she just does 1 damage automatically. She's got tactical, which pretty much all tacticians have, which means if they had negative tactics like hamstring, they could apply it to any of my units. Normally, to play a negative tactic on somebody else, you need to have somebody adjacent to them. And she also has quick strike, which means if you attack her and you're in her range, she hits you for free once before you hit her. Sadly, I have a lot of range units, so that's not going to matter. Oh, and I didn't say the Nakom that has the taunt also has swap. Swap lets him as a free ability swap with an adjacent unit. But they only use that for the rival if it would let them get an extra attack off or something like that. All right, so we get back to them. This guy just wants to be next to another mounted unit and then next to multiple people, but he can't do that. And then Nakom also wants to go toward the nearest mounted person. They can't move yet. And then Camel Knight is attacking me. I'm probably gonna, do a damage. Which sucks because unlike your other units, your hero doesn't heal automatically between battles. But 1 damage we can deal with. All right, who am I going to deploy? I've got a defender, like they're people with a lot of life, an attacker with not that much life, but does a ton of damage and retaliates if they get attacked and survive. Which seems like a pretty good one right now because they don't have anybody that does a ton of damage themselves. Or a tactician that also has the automatic damage, also moves quickly, but nah, I don't really need that. Yeah, let's bring out the attacker to try to finish some people off. And I realized I think I'm supposed to use the red chips and let them use the blue, so I have the colors reversed here. I mean, the Camel Knight's definitely going to be dead, right? So not much need to worry about the attacker getting hit. So let's put him a little bit more in the fray. Let's see. What do I want to do here? I'd like the Peltas to get multiple attacks, but if they go here, they can do an attack with the ranged impel, finish off the Camel Knight probably, and then do a heave on their regular turn to attack Nakom. But then they're within range of the Warseer getting them, but they got 3 life. 1 damage isn't going to matter much. Alternatively, if I put them here where the Warseer couldn't reach them, that wouldn't work because then the Camel Knight would be taunting them first of all, but also they couldn't even use the ranged impel for the free attack because they have to not be adjacent to any enemies. So sure, let's move them 1. I don't want to move myself because... Well, do I actually? Because I do want to shoot somebody. I just don't want to get hit by the Warseer myself, and I don't think there's any way to avoid that, right? So yeah, like if I went right here, then she would clearly prioritize me. I don't really want my hero to take any more damage at all if I can help it. So yeah, I think if I just do this, I'm not going to get to do much damage. But, well, should I even... Maybe I shouldn't even move the Peltas at all. Maybe I should just finish off the Camel Knight and just let them come to me since I have the range advantage. And then my attacker will be ready to, like, gang up on people. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to move. All right, so I get the ranged impel attack on the Camel Knight. And, okay, yes, he's dead. Gosh, these dice. Man, I forgot. I wish they'd, like, made the swords, I don't know what color would have made it easier to see them. And I think it's worst on the green, because then for the darker colors, the black and the red and the blue, they use white swords, and I think it's really obvious. All right, so you are dead. Which does mean the chariot is there, and they're going to actually run towards it, and I'll just murder them as they try to get to it, and then my attacker can jump on it or something. But yeah, that's it for my turn. I can shoot range 3, but not range 4, so nobody else really comes into play. That Warseer being able to move really fast is annoying. Okay, so now their archer comes out. They have first strike, but it doesn't matter. And then both these people, since they can't get into attack range, are going to prioritize trying to get to the chariot. I'll have the Warseer go first, just to kind of have them get in each other's way, and then Nakom will go there. All right. So should be able to murder her really easily here. Yeah, so let's see. I think... I got to deploy somebody, don't I? Oh, I forgot... I forgot about, like, the stupid attack bonus I was supposed to be having. The first time I attacked that dude who hurt me, how much extra damage would I have done? Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I would have had 3 undeployed people. Yeah, like there's a reason I did all these things. Okay, you know what? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so he would have been super dead. Give me back my life. I wouldn't have gotten hurt. All right, but then I guess I still would have taken a null turn there. But yes, I do have to deploy 1 person, so I'll get +1 blue die this turn, but that's still better than nothing. And I think I'll bring out the defender to potentially taunt for my hero later on. Okay, now where do I want to move? Let's get the Peltas in range of everybody. I mean, their archer can move up, but won't be able to kill me. Let's get me right here so I can have a choice of targets, and let's have the attacker get on the other chariot. And, I don't know, also have a choice of targets. I don't want them to die, but I think we'll be okay here. We should be doing a lot of damage. All right, so let's start with my ranged impel ability for the Peltas to attack the Warseer. I just want to make sure she's dead. Whoa, that was a good hit. Okay, so she's gone right away. You know what? I just looked at the rules, and it says I may deploy a unit. I don't really think I need the defender. I'm going to say I'm not deploying somebody if it's an option so that I can keep on getting bonus damage here. Why does this die over here? All right, so we'll save the Peltas attack for last because if we somehow kill this guy early, then the Peltas can shoot the archer. All right, so here's my correct attack with 2 undeployed units. That's 3 damage out of 5. And then my attacker... Yes! You are dead. Okay, this army's going to fold pretty quickly, it seems. Okay, now my Peltas can do a heave instead of their regular attack, which is just their highest value die, and nothing. All right. Well, that's okay. I think I'll do all right in this battle. All right, so there Murmillo comes out. He's got Retaliate like a regular attacker. He has 1 less attack die than a regular attacker, but he has a shove ability, which means as an ability he can push somebody adjacent to him and then move into their empty space. All right, and the archer's priority is a mounted unit. So let's have him go here to try to get that attacker, because they can't reach my hero. And they are attacking for a black and a yellow. Oof, hit with the yellow. All right, my attacker might just chariot the heck away from here, because I don't want to lose anybody. And let's see how to do this so that we don't accidentally die. I want to take no damage if possible. So I'm not going to deploy again. I think I might just move the attacker out of the way for a second. If the Peltas is right here, they can get a double attack on them with my ranged impel. Oh, if they kill them, though, the attacker will run up. But they can't possibly do enough damage to kill me. So that should be fine. And they'll only use their shove if it lets them get an extra attack. So they won't shove just to get to like a higher priority target. So if I go back here... we should be able to kill the archer pretty easily, and then the Murmillo should run up and attack my Peltas, and then we can kill him off. Of course, this is all assuming that my Peltas with their double attack actually kills them, so this is my free attack to them. That's 1 damage. Then let's go and do... Actually, let's do my long-range attack before them because I missed, dang it, because then they could have done an attack on the attacker. All right, so there's their regular second attack. Okay, did finish him off. All right, and then, yep, they got nobody to deploy. The attacker runs up and hits my Pel test really hard. Oh, only one. All right, now let's murderify the world. So let's get them to where they can use the free attack. Let's get the attacker right here. I don't really need to move anymore, so I'm fine. And let's do lots of damage. So, Pel test does nothing with the free attack, and their regular attack does 1. Then my regular attack with the bonus does... Okay, that's already enough. Didn't even need the attacker's attack. Yay! A flawless victory once I remembered the ability. All right, so I'll switch the correct health values from now on. All right, so with a bloodshed victory, I get to level up something. That could be my leadership to have more people in my squad. I'm 1 away from max right now. I could upgrade my health and get an immediate health bonus. That is pretty dang good. I could get a bigger opportunity capacity, get my speed faster, or get my attack dice better. I could even start working on a third die, although that's going to weaken my long shot since I have to use my weakest die until I've done it a few times. And of course, I do have to mark off my first week. Yeah, I hate to say it, but I just like killing things myself, so I'm going to weaken myself for a little while and get a third die. All right, where do I want to go next? So 1, 2 would get me to a sporting event, and then 2 more would get me to my first Primus fight. Am I reading that right? I always wish this map was like slightly easier to see, but yes, that looks right. Honestly, though, I feel like I'd rather do another bloodshed. I could always upgrade my navigation and then get there if I wanted to, or just go to it. Yeah, let's go here again. I just want to level up, and my army's fine. I got all my tactics. I mean, yeah, sport wouldn't really make much sense. So we are going to Kunlun now. Oh, wait a second. I was being dumb anyway. I was over here, so it would have taken 1, 2. Yeah, okay. What was I thinking? So we're in Kunlun now, but seeing the new one. We're going to take these 4 arena chips, which are all tactics, and we're going to randomly put them down here. This is called the mountaintop. It's also the key hexes, if we were doing something that matters for key hexes. And actually, this bloodshed does. I'll show you the card in a second. And we have what's called the Epiphany die right here on the mountaintop. Until that ticks down to 0, the mountains are blocked. We cannot move on to them. And every time any unit loses any amount of hit points from any effect, we tick the die down by 1. So once it's gone, if you move on to an arena thing, you flip it over. All the tactics are these really powerful tactics that boost you. And you go back to one of your deployment hexes, but you get the tactic on you. And that includes heroes. Usually elite units can't have tactics, but with this arena, they can have these specific tactics attached to them. And I think that's everything. Oh, well-trodden path. For their local units, they ignore days and cannot have tactics played on them by opponents. That's pretty nasty. So let's get to the card. They've got 3 extra units plus their local person. I've got 4 total. The local and their second person are going to have tactics. And each time a rival unit is defeated on a key hex, so that would be on a mountaintop, my hero can heal one even if not in combat. The air was tainted with darkness, and the coppery taste of blood filled the hero's mouth with each invigorating breath. That doesn't sound nice. All right, first we got their local unit, a Cestus. An attacker, they have Retaliate like normal, a slightly weaker dice, and Hurl 1. So they can take an adjacent unit and move it to another hex within 1, and kind of like the other things, they'll only use that if it'll let another attack get off. Remember, when this person is deployed, they're not going to have dazed. Interesting. And since they're an attacker, they get the Adrenaline tactic, which can be played on someone to give them a +1 movement for the rest of the battle. All right, let's get their other 3. We've got a Camel Knight again, Warseer again, and Archer. A lot of similar people. And still no set chip. Yay. And the Camel Knight brings out Stun for their tactic. And, okay, the only one from Kunlun is their first unit, so that's cool. All right, so here we go. Boop. They come out, and they immediately want to move. Although they can't get to an unused arena tactic. They can't go... So wait, will they still move toward an unused arena tactic? I guess so, even though they can't reach it, right? They move toward the nearest thing that they can do something with, so there we go. Oh, which means I can get a little range attack on them. I guess I'm going to bring myself out first. Just seems like a cool thing to do. Yeah, and if I can get a good... Well, that's right. I'm only rolling a yellow now with my special. Maybe I should bring out my Peltast first. Yeah, because they can do a green attack for free and have a better chance of hurting the guy. Let's do that. So there we go. And they will use First Strike to use Heave. If we can get 1 out of 3 damage started. Yes. So that guy might be pretty easy to finish off later. Oh, wait. They would have used Adrenaline, right? Yeah, sorry. After deploying, they would have definitely given their own guy Adrenaline, which means he still would have only moved there, but he is going to get to me this turn. Which is fine. I mean, I guess he could kill her, but he probably won't. All right, now they're going to bring out their Camel Knight, but they can't stun anybody during the tactic placement step because they would need to be adjacent to me since they don't have a tactic. Oh, this should be down to 5. Sorry. But yeah, since they don't have a tactician, they can't place anybody with the stun yet. Okay, then this guy's going to go, roar, and I want him here, because if he's here, then she won't be able to move. Oh, actually, she has 2 movement. Did I realize that? But yeah, either way, I want him here, because then she can move off. I can, like, spawn in here, and then we can both bomb him and destroy him. As long as he doesn't roll really well. Please don't roll really well. Yay, that's what I expected. Phew. Oh, wait, why'd I give this guy red life? Dang it. All right, that brings us down to 4. The mountain is getting closer and closer. Now, his retaliate, I don't think I ever said, would hit back if you attack him when you're within his range after the attack, unlike the quick strike one we saw before that goes before the attack. So yeah, it doesn't apply here. All right, so there's the obvious one. Bring me out here so I can at least do a long-range weak attack on him. And then Peltas will move, I guess, just right there. And we probably will kill this guy. Let's see how it goes. Oh, wait, shoot. I'm dazed, so I can't use ranged impel. Shoot. Maybe I don't bring her, maybe I don't bring my leader out then. Maybe I bring the defender out so that when this guy tries to rush at me, he has to attack them. Yeah, dang it. Could have done this better. It's okay. All right, so yes, I'm going to bring out my defender right there, and then I'll have the Peltas run all the way up here. The Camel Knight still can't reach her, and then when this guy runs up, the defender will taunt, and he won't be able to hurt her. She's hurling again with just a green. Yes. So you only got 1 life left, and then their super fast guy will be gone. And the clarity die ticks down to 3. Okay, they're bringing out the War Seer. Oh, which means they have tactical immediately. So they're going to stun, the strongest opponent, which means his taunt does not apply. Oh, but I'm dumb. Look, they prefer hero, but otherwise it's just close to an opponent. They don't have any preference if they're equally close for higher or lower health, so I could still have the Cestus attack the stun guy. So that works out very well. All right, so he's going to run up here, and then, yeah, going to attack stun, and 2 damage. Don't worry, buddy. We'll get revenge. Oh, the Camel Knight. Should have moved before he attacked. So they would want to be moving towards the closest opponents. So it would just be this way. I guess neither one really matters. And I don't think I ticked that down for that attack. All right. Now I want to bring myself out. I guess to like right here. And then I'm going to have the... No, I don't want the Peltas to go there, do I? Never mind. Let's go here, and then have the Peltas go here. Now, if I attack a bunch and like do a lot of damage, I am going to open this up to like the War Seer charging in and grabbing it first, which is just how it goes, I guess. Oh, right, I'm still dazed. You don't get a free attack, so I'm not going to like get a billion attacks here anyway. So during the regular attack phase, I'll attack this guy. Because if I finish him off, we can heave at the other person. Got him. Although, do we want to heave at the Camel Knight? You know, I kind of think that we don't. Because if they come to me, they won't be getting the arena thing, and then I can, like, kill the really fast tactical person who's the most likely to get onto one of those, and that will take this off. Because if I shoot right now with a heave and hit, I'll only do 1 out of 6 damage to this guy, and then she'll immediately jump on these, and these can be pretty nasty. Oh, and the stun goes away. Yeah, so I think this is better anyway. We'll be able to, like, really bring all of our strength to bear in a second. All right, let's go into them. They will bring out the Archer, whose first strike doesn't help at all. Then they're going to move. Again, they want to get into an unused arena tactic, but they can't. I think I'm going to have the Camel Knight move here. And then the War Seer. Yeah, again, I don't know if they would prioritize the arena attack if they can't possibly get to it. I think they'd probably prioritize my hero, which is the next thing that they would go toward and go like that. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. All right, so again, to my turn, I cannot deploy anybody. Let's move the defender up so that the Peltas doesn't get killed by the Camel Knight, although they're going to go for their arena chip anyway. And how likely am I to kill this lady by myself? I guess decently likely. So I think we'll just leave the rest how it is. All right, so free attack from the Peltas finally going off. 2 hits, nice. And that does mean the mountaintop is accessible. Okay, then regular attack by the Peltas. 1 more hit. So the Camel Knight's half dead. And then here's the big one. Come on. Yes. Oh, wow, 3 hits. Okay, so only their Camel Knight is going to be able to get an arena chip, but so it goes. All right, they can't deploy anybody else. All right, then the Archer wants to get to one of the arena chips. We'll have him go there. The Camel Knight gets onto it. It immediately gets played on them, and they return to one of its deployment hexes. It doesn't say which one, so I guess I can pick. Let's see which one they got. See the stars. This unit adds 2 blue to its attack while any elite unit is in combat, which I think includes myself. So that is now a pretty heavy-hitting Camel Knight, although we should be able to kill him pretty easily. Let's put him over here, I think. All right, then the Archer is shooting my defender, who's actually pretty dang hurt now. Ooh! Oh, well, no. Oh, I thought they'd hit with 2, but they only hit with 1. Yeah, he's only got 2 life left. Now, we can only bring out 1 more person. Let's bring out my attacker, I guess. All right, now the defender can get an arena chip, but they might get killed. The Peltas can get an arena chip. I could get an arena chip, but all that's going to... Oh, that's right. We teleport back to a deployment hex if we can. Peltas has a really solid chance of killing the archer, and that's the person I'm most worried about. So, like, what if I go here with the Peltas? Then the defender get this one to kind of get him out of the way. What is it? Ascension. Until after the next time this unit deals damage, it has +3 movement and adds red and black to its attack. Holy crap. So it's a big bomber right now. And then even though I do want the arena chip, it would teleport me back. I'm going to go right here so we could make sure the archer is dead. And that should easily wrap this up. All right, so archer, free attack. Oh, you're already dead, archer. Good job. Which means that now we can both do our long-range attacks. So that's a green for them, a yellow for me, and 1 damage. They've got only 2 damage left. And sorry, you doing extra damage is not going to cut it, Camel Knight. Yeah, because now, Jesus, this guy has +3 movement, so we can get there. The attacker has that much. So we would be rolling a lot of dice. So let's just start going at it. So Peltas, free attack. Did you really kill him already, Peltas? Come on. Give the other people a chance to do something. All right, so he's dead. Just to show you what the other arena chips were. Focused Rage, so this unit has Fury Aura 1. Fury Aura means during the attack step, you get to deal 1 damage to an adjacent unit within range 1, so that's pretty awesome. And then Vital Essence, they gain 4 hit points, kind of like a better version of Bolster Health. Cool. So once again, flawless victory. And did I want to do another? No, I don't need another navigation now that I know that the route is different than I thought. I'm going to try to get to 3 green and then maybe start leveling up other things. Okay, it's my second week. I feel pretty dang powerful. But I am also on the easiest difficulty setting, so that kind of makes sense. All right, so into my 3rd week. And yeah, I guess let's do 1 more bloodshed, try to level up 1 more time, and then go face off with the boss. What do we... all dice rolled for attacks or skills are converted to yellow before rolling. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. At least it's not a lot of them, but there's also not a lot of us. All right, we'll figure it out. So we are in Kunlun again, but we switch to the original one. Now, this is going to be interesting. Actually, this should work out pretty well for me with this card, because just to remind you how the normal Kunlun, the original one, works, the platforms, if you move onto them, you become dazed, so you can't attack that same turn. And then it says units on the platform have Perfect Strike if they attack units off the platform. Perfect Strike meaning if you hit with every one of your dice, then you deal double damage. But guess what's much less likely to happen when you're rolling all yellow dice? Hitting with all your dice. So this should mean, theoretically, that the rival is going to be trying really hard to get onto those hexes, and I won't, really, because I won't care, and I can just blink them a lot. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right. Oh, and by the way, local units do not get dazed when they go on the platform, so they'll have an easier time. We have only 3 units, and one of them has a tactic. Ooh, crossbowmen. I want to recruit them, but I guess I can't if I'm killing them. And they got the bolster health tactic, so they're going to make themselves a 5 hit point person pretty much right away. 5 hit point range unit, not going to be my favorite to deal with. And the 2 from the bag, we got a defender, and we got, oh man, Cestus again, and they're going to get the Kunlun bonus. Well, that's annoying. All right, well, we'll see how it goes. I got to remember, I can only deploy 2 people, so that's going to be interesting. But yeah, so their crossbow person comes out first. They've got First Strike and they've got Dig In, which means if they don't move, instead of rolling just a green, they roll a green and a black. But that would just be 2 yellows, which is way less scary than a green and a black, because a black hits on 5 out of 6 dice faces. So yeah, that's actually not bad. All right, so who do I want to bring out first? I think this time I do want to bring out my leader, because they're not going to be able to get in range of me as they kind of move towards platforms, but then I can shoot them next turn. And I can also bring out my Peltas and actually get the double shot. So yeah, let's do that. Oh, and sorry, the crossbowmen, I already put 5 health under them, but they would have used bolster tactic to gain 2 more health. All right, now the defender comes out. And the crossbowmen's local, so they want to go to a platform hex in range of an opponent, or just walk towards the strongest opponent, or just toward the strongest platform hex. I mean, it's all going to be the same thing. They're going to go there. But yeah, they can't quite hit us yet. Oh, and I guess my Peltas can't do much either, can they? Which makes me think maybe I don't bring them out this turn. I think maybe instead I bring out my attacker, because they're rolling 3 yellow dice and they can do automatic damage back if they get attacked. Yeah, and maybe over here, or no, here, because I think I'm going to move my guy here to explain why. Well, actually, I guess the crossbow person is going to go up there. So either way, they're going to be able to do like a double yellow attack on me, but I want to try to just do as much damage to them as possible, and I just hope they'll miss with their attack. All right, so my 3 dice, downgrade to 2, and I got 1 hit. God, yellow is going to suck so much. All right, and that's that. And then Cestus is coming out. The crossbow person wants to be on a thing in range, and I can pick either one, but I'd rather them be here, because my plan is to bring out the Peltast here and get a double attack there. Okay, and then the defender wants to go toward the nearest platform hex, so either way we can do that kind of thing. All right, and the crossman gets a single yellow die because they did move, so digging doesn't apply, but if they hit, they double it. Okay, they did, yes. Because yellows only hit 1/3 of the time. So that was a pretty decent chance there. Okay, now I'll bring out the Peltast, and let's see. I want the attacker to be able to run over and hit that guy, so let's maybe move back here for now. But then Cestus can run up and potentially kill the attacker, but they shouldn't. I mean, they'd have to get really lucky. So yeah, let's do that. All right, now we're going to do a lot of attacks, maybe not a lot of damage. We'll see how it goes. So Peltast, free attack for my ability. 1 damage, awesome. Peltast attacking again. Nothing. My attackers attack. 1 more, so that's 2. And then my attack, 2 more, so that's 4. Is that a kill? Hey, it is a kill. That was great. I don't think I rolled like way better or worse than average with those rolls, but we got them. Okay, now Cestus and Defender. So Defenders wants to go to the nearest platform. Oh, no. Never mind. Non-locals just want to go to the consistent hex in range of opponent. Oh, which means they don't want to go on top of this, but yeah, they don't care in this case. So I guess that's equidistant. Let's get him over there so he's not quite as close. And then the Cestus is going to run up there and then attack the attacker. And they get 3 yellows. And oh my gosh. I was going to say if they did 6 damage or even 3 damage, that'd be bad. But they did 0 damage. All right, so let's try to kill the Cestus and like get away from where the defender can reach, which is actually pretty easy. Let's have the attacker go over here. Yeah, my strategy of just range devastation is working pretty well so far. Okay, Peltast is... Oh, wait, does attacker still do 1 damage? No, after this unit is dealt damage from an attack, if they're not defeated, they deal 1 damage back. So a complete whiff does not cause a retaliation. All right. Peltast free attack, 1. And then let's do the attacker since they can't attack anybody else. 2. What do we need? 3. Okay, now we'll do me. And there we go. That kills him. And then Peltast with their regular attack can do their heave ability against the defender. Miss. Looks like we should be able to wrap this up pretty quickly. So the defender is just going to keep moving towards us. And that's perfect because now my attacker can get right in range. And we'll see how much damage we can do. All right. So attacker. Oh, no, sorry. I guess Peltast should be first. That's 1. Peltast free attack, 2. Peltast regular attack, 3. Those are good rolls. And my attack, nothing. So the defender's got 2 life left, and he'll go and attack the attacker. If he would have hit, he would have done 2 damage, but then the attacker would have gotten to retaliate. All right, we do it again. Peltast. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, that's it. That was quite an easy battle, wasn't it? But things might not stay easy for long because we're about to go into our Primus fight, and I think that's where I'll stop the video just to give you a taste of what the new faster mode looks like. And yeah, as planned, I'm going to get myself to 3 green dice. That's pretty dang good. And now my long shot is back to using green dice when I attack at 3 range. And we're at 3 weeks, and for our 4th week, here we go. Kunlun, we're coming for you. So we are going back to the one with the inaccessible mountain, which I think does kind of help me, having them have more restricted access to movement so I can plink them as much as possible. And they're going to have the Primus with a tactic, 2 local units with a tactic. We're almost going to be out of Kunlun people, and then 1 from the bag, but I can bring in everybody. That's pretty nice. And I'm going to heal to full hit points at the end of the fight so I can let myself get hurt a bit and then get to level up a whole bunch. And none of this will apply until after the battle, but then Tribunes will have +2 yellow their attack, and that's the ones you don't want to kill because you automatically get Bane or Scion points from it. So even another reason to avoid sports things, although at some point I'm going to use my tactics and need to get more units. All right, here's the Primus. We got, Bing Quing. You got 8 life. That's scary. 2 movement, 1. A lot of attacking. Taunt we know about. Hurl we know about. Dodge. Oh, it's used attack by a non-elite unit. Everyone rolls blue instead of the better colored dice. Now, luckily, that won't affect my hero, so my 3 green dice will be green. But God, she's got so much life. It's ridiculous. All right, so she's a defender, so she gets a stun tactic. You got freaking another Cestus. Why are there so many of these guys? So that's the first local unit with an adrenaline to probably make Bing Quing even faster. That's not good. And meteor fighter. They're a tactical person, but they hit really hard, and they have dodge, but they only have 2 life, so once they come out, we can kill them pretty easily. And then we get this 1 from the bag, and who is it? Oh, this one again. 5, taunt swap. All right, so not like horrifically scary except for the Primus. And we do have to defeat everybody, by the way. We don't just defeat the Primus. That'd be way too easy. So again, every time anybody gets hurt, we're going to tick that down one. And then once it's a 0, we can actually move on there and get cool power-ups. And I'd like to make it happen so that I get them and not them, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so she's out first. And then she immediately uses an adrenaline on herself. So now she's got 2 movement. And I don't like any of that. But here, I think I've got a good idea. I'm going to put myself here, and then my plan will be to draw her this way, put the Peltast here, and then we can like both kind of spam attacks on her. Although I'd kind of rather kill the other people instead of her. All right, next is Cestus. Now, once the Meteor Fighter comes out with Tactical, they're going to be able to stun me no matter where they are, but we'll worry about that when it happens. Okay, and then she's going to move... it should be closer, right? Yeah, definitely. Although, again, I'm not sure if they would just like move next to an arena tactic and stop. That seems dumb, so I'm guessing not. All right, I'll bring out the Peltast next. As planned, we're both fast enough to kind of just keep kiting around for a while until the arena opens up. And then I'm going to move here. I can't do my strong attack, but at least she won't be able to reach me. And unfortunately, I don't think I can give the Peltast the bonus attack because it says attack, not attack or special. So I think they can only use their regular attack and not their 3-range attack. So they're going to heave with their regular attack, and I'm going to do long range. Now, the nice thing is the dodge ability does not apply to specials, only regular attacks. We both get a green. Might as well roll them both at the same time. Really? Nothing? Okay, great. It's okay. It's okay. Let's get the bad luck out early. It's all right. It's all right. Okay, so now there's the bad part. Meteor Fighter's going to come in and is going to stun my Peltast. Oh, if I put my Defender down, then they should be okay. Big and Queen won't be able to kill him. All right, and then she's going to go there. And then the Cestus will, I guess, go there. And Meteor Fighter's not moving yet. And yeah, definitely going to bring out my Defender. Decent chance he's going to die here, but he'll keep the more important people alive. And then with that, I guess I don't need to move. I could just ping her a bunch. Yeah, the Meteor Fighter won't be able to reach me yet. The Cestus won't be able to reach me, so all this is pretty good. So sadly, that means the only attack I get is my own. But, I mean, it's hopefully going to... There we go. It's 2. Better than nothing. Does lower this, though, to 5. And she only got 6 life left, which at least sounds like a normal amount. Oh, crud, I just realized she's going to hurl the Defender to let the Cestus hit him too, and the Meteor Fighter hit him, potentially. Well, no, it won't work because they'll have already moved and kind of gotten in the way, so never mind. We'll be okay. Well, she's also deploying that guy. It's just a lot of people all crowded together. Oh, crud, she has close... oh, wait, it says she always attacks the hero if possible, or everyone does, so they go there. That means the Cestus will be able to get to the Defender. Now, she's going to still attack the Defender with Taunt, but yeah, he's almost certainly dead. And the Meteor Fighter's trying to get to my hero. Oh my gosh. Oh, and sorry, the stun is gone. Oh, wait a second. She had 3 movement. I definitely forgot that. Okay, well, too late now. But she's going to attack the Defender. And, oh my gosh, that 3 hits. All right, come on, you dumb Cestus. Just like miss for a second. Don't kill me immediately. Gosh. No, that's not great. That's not great. All right, well, I should do some tactics, right? I should use some friggin' tactics. I should have done that earlier. Let's first... bring my attacker here, and then like maybe stun the Cestus. That sounds like a reasonable idea to me, so I'm going to bring them out, stun the Cestus. Okay. And I just got to really kill the Meteor Fighter. That's like a key thing, because if they get next to my leader and Bing Quing, they're going to mess me up too much. Oh, that was 2 attacks, so it's down to 3. So I want to... I kind of want to let them pop it so that I can run in and grab them. So I'll try to get away with only 2 attacks this turn. All right, so the Peltast free attack on the stunned guy. All right, I want to get him, like I want to finish people off first. 1 damage. That brings this down to here. Oh, sorry, I could have moved my leader. I should do that because that way if she like runs, well, I guess if she runs into the arena thing, she's going to teleport away anyway. So never mind, let's do that. Okay, so that was Peltast free attack. Leader on the Meteor Fighter, please kill him. Now, I do have my opportunity cards. I could re-roll a terrible... there we go, we got him. Because again, dodge doesn't help against my leader. Okay, so that was good at least. That was good. So now Peltast and my leader can attack. Ooh, and we can kill this guy. So yeah, I think I'll just let her get one because they won't be able to reach one. She'll go away so she won't be hurting us, and then all my people can like run and grab all the rest. So I'm not going to skip my attacks. Let's go for it. So Peltast is the only one left, but yeah, let's see if they can hurt this guy more. Hold on, then I guess the stun wouldn't be necessary. Okay, 1 hit. So they are still alive, but stunned. And that is now open. Okay, so... they now all prefer to get onto an arena attack if possible, so they'll go there, and let's have her go to the one closer to her side. Oh my god, she gets +4 health. Give me a break. Well, at least it should pretty quickly be like her all by herself. Let's put her all the way down here, I guess. Yeah, I guess no way I'm going to stop her from getting that one or them getting it. All right, so they're not stunned anymore, but that is it. Now, who do I want to get the other ones? I think I want the attacker to kill the Cestus, but the Peltas could get a double attack to make sure they kill them. So maybe the attacker and my leader should get them. Well, either way, let's go ahead and put a tactician down. But also, who's gonna... Yeah, what happens if you have to teleport, but there's nowhere to teleport to? That's interesting. Yeah, I'm not really sure, actually. That's awkward, because I don't want her to, like, run in and mess me up super bad. But I'm not hurt at all yet. So, okay, I'll go here, and I think since there's no deployment hex to go back to, I just don't move. Ascension. Ooh, this is one where my next attack is plus red and plus black, and I have +3 movement. That's all cool. But yeah, I think I just stay here, maybe. Oh, and actually then, yeah, if I have the Peltas get this one, then the attacker can attack. I can get a few attacks off. All right, so what's this one? Focused Rage. Oh, they have Fury Aura 1, which means if and they're moving next to somebody, they can do an automatic damage, which doesn't combo well with my giving them free attacks when they're not next to somebody. But hey, at least gives us options. All right, so I'll let this dude get the last one. I think I was the one that, like, gives you bonus attack if there's elites on the board, which seems like a not too nasty one when they move so slowly. I could hamstring somebody, but I can't hamstring elites. So no, I don't think it's worth it right now. And nobody needs to have health bolstered yet. All right, so let's do the free attack with the Peltas. And there we go. That guy's dead. Gives me a bit of breathing room. So now regular attacks, they can do a heave, and I can do a regular attack on one of the two of them. So let's do the heave on the defender first. Missed. And then who should I attack? And that one is going to be annoying with bonus damage, but they're also so slow. So I'm going to keep attacking her, actually. Here we go. Ooh, 3 hits. That's what I'm talking about. Even with her +4 life, she's back down to 7. God, that's still a lot of health. But I mean, if I'm getting like 85 dice on her next turn, that should... Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot. I was supposed to roll an extra red and black, but then it's gone. Red's an automatic hit, but let's see if the black hits. Yes. Ooh, that was a 5 damage attack. She's down to 5 now. All right, so movement. I'm going to let them go first. And yeah, they got the one that gives you bonus attack, and then I'll teleport them back here. And then she just wants to go right here and attack me, which is fine, because now we can concentrate fire. Yeah, she's not going to hurl because it... Oh, actually, crud. She is going to hurl so that Nakom can hit me too, isn't she? Crud. All right, so that's those. Let me get another black for Nakom. Oh my gosh, 2 damage. That was not as bad as I thought, but I am definitely going to potentially die if that happens again. So let's not let it happen again. All right, so we need to finish her off, right? So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 gets them into range for a double attack. 1, 2 gets me into range, but they can't follow up. And then the attacker can't reach yet, so they'll just kind of be here, I guess, for now. What's the Peltas have? Oh, the automatic damage thing. But I'd still rather get the double attack. Okay, so a lot of attacks, but dodge is going to mess some of them up. Here's the Peltas attack. Weakened up bit. This is the free one. 1 damage. And then their regular attack, 0 damage. Gosh darn it. Then the tactician goes down from a red to a blue. That's 2 damage. Okay, and here's mine. Come on, big hit again. Or only 1 damage. So she's down to 2. Please don't kill me. Oh gosh, she probably will. I just realized, yeah, she's going to friggin' hurl me again, isn't she? Okay. Yeah, because like she can go here. Doesn't really matter. And then this dude will be going towards my hero. And either place I put him, she can hurl me into him. Okay. Not great. Not great. All right, there's a lot of dice. Hope I don't take 3 hits. I took 2. Woo! Okay, and now I think we can kill her and get me out of dodge pretty easily. Yeah, so let's see. Let's get the attacker here. Oh, wait, crud. He should have rolled an extra 2 blues each time. Okay, so the first attack would have left me with... Okay, so then that second attack would have defeated me. Now, I guess I should have resolved those attacks separately because, like, if they went first... Well, nobody was next to them, right, except my leader. So if I had her attack first, then he wouldn't be able to do anything anyway. But yeah, got to use one of my 3 blessings. Thank God I kept some, but that fully heals my leader. I should have slow-played it. I got to upgrade my health or something. Okay, but now I think this should be pretty easy. Yeah, so we'll move him there, the attacker there, tactician there. He's going to use Fury Aura, do an automatic damage to her instead of using his free attack. And then he'll attack her first. I'll follow up if I need to. Got 1 hit. Oh, on the yellow. So she's gone. And then not sure we'll finish this guy off this turn, but let's see. All right, so my leader does 2. My tactician does an automatic 1, so that's 3. And then my attacker... He gets it to 4. Oh, which means he is still alive. And he's going to attack me with the bonus 2. Good thing that now I don't care, because he can't possibly get... Oh my god, he still rolled 3 hits. Good job, dude. But then, yeah, we have a lot of ways to just murder him. We could just use the Fury Aura to automatically do it. Hey, we win! But at the cost of one of my 3 blessings. I think that was too much. Yeah, and I lost the Defender, so... Let's get our upgrade, so we heal to full health. And we can get a stat upgrade or a prowess. Is there any prowess card I really want? I mean, Burning Rage is kind of crazy, right? Because even though I'm often shooting them at range, when it's time to finish them off, it's usually pretty useful to get really close to them. That combined with all my extra attacks on range people, yeah, you know what? I'm going to get that for my first upgrade. Okay, and then here's that upgrade or opportunity reward. So I've got Rouhani of Tamalakam, who's pretty dang awesome. I think I had her on my other thing. She's a 5-life attacker. Rolls 2 green dice, which is okay, but she's got Perfect Strike, which means if she hits on both 2 green dice, which is like slightly less than 50% of the time, she does 4 damage. It's kind of wild. And 5 life means that she would be really easy to keep around. And I've also got, Hero Prowess and Remove Bane. So, you know what? I'm not going to get a Prowess for the first one. I'll get a stat upgrade. And then I'll use this one to get rid of the Bane that I never drew and get a Prowess. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of stuff in the bag and just one bad Bane at this point. And with the upgrade, after what we just saw, I think I do want to increase my health. 6 life means I can tank a bit more. I can heal myself all the way back up when needed. And then, for my other one, I'm going to get Rouhani of Tamalakam instead of, recruiting one of the people I just fought because that's going to get me to, back to 5 units. It's got me another one with a ton of life again since I lost the Defender. I mean, she doesn't have taunt, so she won't work quite the same way, but she can also murder people. Let's see. 2 green dice. That would only be 1 damage. That would also only be 1 damage. Maybe this is not as good of an attack as I thought. That would also only be 1 damage. Isn't it 45% of the time? Hey, there we go. Yeah, what is it? It's 2/3 times 2/3. Yeah, 4 9s. It should be almost half the time that she's hitting. But cool. All right, so I'm going to stop there after 4 weeks out of 24 max, which means 1/6 of the game. Definitely faster. And let's talk through what I think of these modules. So Mercury's Boots. Great. The fact that I can play the entire game in so much less time, that you're leveling up faster, you get into the fun stuff faster, that's awesome. I like the choice. Oh, sorry. So I would put her here to show I defeated her and show which Primus battle will be next. And now every Tribune in a sport battle will be even stronger. So yeah, I think this is really fun that you can kind of decide how many you want to kill, and you could level up to an obscene amount. But of course, you're going to be making everything tougher if you do so. And just having a way to play the game faster is really cool. I guess the only sacrifice is that you can't do the opportunities, but the extra mitigation of discarding opportunities for die rerolls, that kind of makes up for it to an extent. So yeah, I think this one is great, and it seems pretty backportable. I didn't look if they have the files, but usually Chip Theory does have files and stuff. If you can just print this out, it shouldn't be hard to find an image of it, even if they don't have the file, and print out or proxy the slightly different sheet, then you should be able to play the faster mode even without the expansion. So that's really cool. Next of the new arenas, I think this is great. This basically doubles the variety of places you can see. Now, the one negative, you saw this in the video quite a lot, for pretty much every Chip Theory property, this is kind of how their stuff goes. They have so many different rules in so many small places that it's hard to figure out what they intended in some cases. So I'm not quite sure if I was playing Parthians correctly. I'm not quite sure if I was playing Kunlun correctly with the new ones. So, having 16 things you might have rules questions about instead of 8 means people who are really obsessed with playing things exactly correctly are probably going to be having to be on their Discord or browsing the forums a whole bunch. But for me, it didn't bother me. I'm okay just kind of doing what my best guess is and making it up as I go. But besides that, yeah, this is awesome. Now, like I said when I first introduced it, I find it kind of weird that they always want you to start on side A. So I think it makes more sense. I was just turning them in the actual pile. So I knew that the next time I went back to Parthians, I'd be on side A. I think that's a easy enough house rule if you don't want to see the side A's so many times and want to have a kind of even mix 50-50 of A's and B's. As for the new Scions, always cool to have more bosses. I haven't gotten to them yet. And then, hey, look, we did actually have a set card coming up. Again, there's 3 in each deck for your chosen Scion. After setting the rival lineup, draw bag units until you reveal any region-specific unit and play the event in that region's arena. If there are none, use the Vesuvian's arena. Local units are units from the region the encampment occupies. Return all drawn chips to the bag. That's where it just kind of teleports you to a different, unexpected arena. I mean, that's cool, but also does it make it feel like the game has changed because I'm playing set as opposed to somebody else? No, I mean, still the most consistent thing are the unique Banes for each Scion, but they don't get drawn all the time, and you can get rid of them. So, yeah, I think still the game has a weakness that the Scions don't really matter and don't really change things up that much. But now that you can play the Mercury's Boots and get through an entire campaign in half as much time, I don't know if that bothers me as much. But yeah, it's nice to come back to Hoplomachus Victorum. Very fun game. But yeah, the best part of the expansion is certainly the faster mode, which you don't really need the expansion for, and the new arenas. And that's what I expected to like the most when I previewed it a while back. So cool. Thanks for watching, everybody. And a special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, J. William F., Pedro Lucas, Nick Skeen, Steve Wren, Miles, and Wayne Scott. We'll see you at the next stop.